Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you, I appreciate it. Muchas gracias. This is literally just for illusion because my mic's kind of having issues. I think I need a new mic, and I haven't even really used this one all that much. So yeah, but yeah. So we're gonna get into this topic because I think that this is something that I would like to discuss personally, and just kind of share my thoughts and my beliefs. That's what my channel is all about. You know, if you have your thoughts and your beliefs, that's great, that's awesome. We all have our own opinion, and that's how it should be. None of us are going to all fit in the same box. We're not going to all fit in the same mold. We're not going to all think the same, be the same. You know, it just is what it is. But yeah, so a lot of people have their own perspectives on God, religion, spirituality, and I think that it's important to respect it all because part of me does want to believe that there is some truth in it all. Because why not, right? Like, we don't know. We don't know, and I don't think that we're meant to know. So there definitely, for me at least, there could be some truth in all of it, and it's like, why can't there be, you know? There could be some myth and illusion in some of it, and there could very well be some things that are actually, you know, true. And but yeah, so we have like thousands of religions, thousands of ideas of, you know, where we came from, where it all began, who created us, what could have. But yeah, I mean, and it's like after so many years of contemplation of what we could be, what we could have come from, how we were created, when we were created, why we were created, I've come to the conclusion that none of it actually matters because we just will never actually know. And that's why it's so important to find out what resonates with you and what kind of works for you in your life and what resonates with your soul and your heart and your well-being. For me personally, I don't think that God is some big dude sitting on a throne waiting to judge us when we die. I don't think that heaven is like gold-plated floors and roads and mansions, and we all have this perfect little afterlife going on, you know. But I do think that there is perfection in the afterlife, depending on the experiences that we have lived throughout this life and the things that we have learned. And there could very well be, like I said, somebody that's just tries to be open-minded to all perspectives. We could all have different journeys, you know. There could be reincarnation. There could be our own version of heaven and hell. There could be simply just connecting to source or existing within the energies and becoming part of the all. You know, there's so many things that we could be, you know, but also I just don't think that we are defined by whatever happens in the afterlife. We are defined by what happens here and what we choose to become and to learn and to grow from, and kind of, you know, decide what resonates with us. And I'm not trying to convert anyone, you know, or have anybody, you know, think the way that I think, because it's important to form your own opinion, and it's important to go with what calls to you. Now, for me, that was never within the confines of a church. I grew up in a family that was religious, as you could say, or, you know, somewhat religious. And I witnessed a lot of things and I heard a lot of things that I just did not resonate with. And that's okay. Like, I was kind of the black sheep of my family. I embrace that. I love that about myself, and that was a really hard thing to come by. But I thought, why can't I think like these people? Why can't I believe like these people? And I tried so hard, you know, reading the Bible, trying to force myself to go to church, trying to force myself to have these beliefs. And I was even told by family members, isn't it better to die and be wrong than to die and there actually is like a hell, and then you go to hell because you didn't believe? Whereas if you're wrong and nothing happens, then nothing happens, you know. But if you are right, you get to go to heaven. And it's like, that was such a weird way for me to even think about that, because I was like, isn't that just pretending and playing along for the sake of I could be going to hell? I just don't think that that resonated with me. Like, I'm not somebody that can pretend to be something other than what I am. Like, I'm awkward, weird, I have anxiety, I'm socially awkward, I'm very loving, I'm very open-minded, and I love being that way, and I embrace myself because it took me a long time to do that. I always was, you know, treated as if I was too sensitive. I was kind of told to hold my voice. I couldn't speak and share my thoughts, and that was like my majority of my life. And so I want this platform to kind of be that voice that I never had. And obviously, even without it, I have that voice now because I choose to have that voice, without allowing anybody to take that from me, which is something that you should definitely work on if you're somebody that grew up in those confines of, you know, being scared to share your opinion, being kind of the black sheep, being scared to have a voice. Like, at the end of the day, we are not going to agree on everything. We are not going to think the same on everything. And that is just how it is. That is how life is. Be okay with people not resonating with you, with not always agreeing with you, with kind of, you know, breaking those confines of what we should think and be like. But yeah, like, I just, for me, if heaven and hell are anything, if God is anything, for me, God is energy. God is that energy of creation, and that energy exists within everything. Everything is creation. We are creation. The sky, the sun, the moon, the stars, all of it is creation. And creation is love, because what do? When you create with your soul, with your all, everything that you feel. You create that through love, no matter what it is. It takes love to create because you're putting in that passion. And so I think it's just so important to remember that, like, we were all created in love, no matter our religion, our background, you know, our views, our anything. We were made in love. We were made in divine love. And for me, that is what God is. God is that energy of divine love, divine creation, and everything was made in love. And, you know, for me, it's not like the world is ever really black or white. It's kind of in that weird gray area. And so you kind of have to find your own black and white, you know. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but you have to find your own black and white in this world and choose for you what you want that to be. And for me, I'm okay with being in that gray area. I'm okay with knowing that there is not necessarily good and bad, there just is. But I do feel that those energies align within certain frequencies. And those frequencies can very well determine where our frequency goes, ends up in, or resides after this life is over. Because if anything, we're just a human body with a soul. So we are a soul experiencing humanity, experiencing, you know, being here. And eventually, when we are a soul again, which for me, essentially the soul is that energy that's within us that kind of, it's like having an empty sack, and it sounds so weird. Okay, so it's like having just like a TV remote, and it's there obviously, but it doesn't work unless you put batteries in it. And our soul is those batteries that's gonna control the channels and, you know, make the TV remote work. And without that, we're just, it's like meat, flesh, bones, but it's not anything of actual substance. I mean, it matters. We all matter. We're literally made of matter. But your soul is the key thing that truly makes everything matter. And I think that just finding what is going to resonate with you in this life, and like what calls to you and what lights your soul on fire and what gives you that motivation to keep pursuing the beautiful things in life and looking forward to that. That above all is what you want to look forward to, versus what comes after. As intriguing as that is, we're never going to have the answers to that. But just being here now and knowing that you are made in divine love and creation, and what better than to create while we're here. So go out there, create, and don't force yourself to follow a path that other people have picked for you, you know, have given you a map of what they expect your life to be like, what they expect your beliefs to be, your thoughts to be. Be true to you, because at the end of the day, regardless of who's right, who's wrong, we are all connected. The heartbeat connects us all. And your happiness and your life and your beliefs and what set you on fire is going to be what ultimately makes this life. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I was just, you know, I felt like just kind of talking to somebody. So if anybody's out there hearing this message, what up, what it do? Yeah, if you like this video, feel free to share your own thoughts. Like, what do you resonate with? I'm not judging at all. You know, you're free to have your opinion, and I want this channel to be a safe space where, regardless of what we think, feel, and believe, whether it's, you know, completely miles apart, we can still trust in each other, to listen to one another, and to be open-minded about that, because I think that just being open-minded is so important. It gives you so many different views of this world and so many different views of whatever is beyond us. And I think that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be able to share those views. It's a beautiful thing to be able to share our differences, because being different is beautiful. We are one and the same, but we are all different and unique in our own way, and that is such a special thing. So yeah, thank you guys for being here, for listening to my little TED Talk. I hope that you enjoyed, and feel free to give me a like and subscribe if you resonated with this at all. Sending so much love to you. One love.